Hello my friends and welcome to episode 32 of the Wanderer Football Manager FM18 Journeyman Let's Play. Today we are taking on Livingston. I promised you for trust me, I've not missed that game. But what has transpired is this game is so key for our season that I felt I could not record it for you guys. So, since the last episode, which we played Hibs, we won 3-1. Our only win since the Betfred Cup. We then lost 4-1 to St Mirren, and honestly, they were just better than us. Going forward, Joe Dodu and Tony Watt up front, old firm strikers rather, really made it tough for us. And those two were really the difference. We then drew 2-2 against Falkirk. I changed tactics going into this game, and they scored from 2 corners, which is frustrating. But in reality, it was just 2-0 downs. We didn't have the aerial presence to deal with them. It wasn't anything to do with my corner tactic. We were just getting beat in the air, nodded it down. Someone gets your half yard of space. It's in the back of the net both times. 90th minute equaliser for them. It's a bit frustrating, but we picked up a point for 91st minute equaliser against Queen of the South earlier in the season. And then we took on, and unfortunately in that game, Jordan Crouchley got injured, which was a problem because when I then went and played Inverness Cali, going forward was clearly an issue. We missed the presence of Jordan Crouchley up there, and as a result of that, we never really created anything, and Inverness Cali kept us pinned in a little bit. So unfortunately, a 2-0 defeat there. That leaves us against Livingston. Now we've only got 2 points, but a win today would see us come out of bottom spot. Amazingly enough, we're 8 games in and we're desperate for a win. Our sort of schedule going forward is we've got Livy here, then we've got Kilmarnock, who we've not played yet. It'll be a very tough game. Then we've got Queen of the South again. But I'm looking at games like Queen of the South, Queen of the South, Livy, then Fairmont as our big games this season. The games that we have to pick up points. And I'm not really sure how it's going to be. So we're going to do this game. This is against Livingston, and we'll be back next week in the next episode on Friday against Forfar, where I promised you this episode would be. But I hope you guys understand why I brought you back a little bit early. We did also make a couple of signings. We brought in, brought in Cole Stockton. He's a target man, and the reason for this is he's on £8 a week. But because he's a target man, I can switch back to the 4-1-2-1-2. We're working on that in training. And my logic of it was if we needed a target man to do it. If we can do it, and we're struggling, I will switch to it at some point during the season because we need to be able to avoid relegation. The last thing that I need, we're on verge of a promotion with Forfar. We knew that. We were not comfortably cruising the league by any strength, by any stretch of the imagination. But we were, winning a lot of games. We were unbeaten. We had a good squad for the level, a squad that was ready for the step up. We moved because we wanted to play at a higher level, and we got relegated. We then moved again because I didn't think the team that we'd gone to, Pogons Adults, really offered the get-out clause that we needed. And we've came here, and what could have been a promotion, no relegations after 3 seasons, now looks like it could be 2 relegations after 4 seasons, which is a bit concerning in all honesty, as Ian Spark's going to hit this free kick. I'm not sure why he's taking it, because he really shouldn't be. I've got all my free kick setters taken, and he is not one of them, but Antonazi has scored in the bizarrest of circumstances. Knows absolutely nothing about that, but it's in the back of the net. Who cares? And we're out of bottom spot in the league briefly as things stand. Redmond brings it forward, strides away. He's got no challengers, and he's going to whip it in towards White, a ball winning midfielder who likes to get forward. Ewan Spark launches it back to Annan. Antonazi into Ross Ferguson. It's 2-0 against Livingston. That might have been offside. Linesman hasn't caught it, which is good to see because I feel like there's been a few this season that have gone against us that have been offside. But 2-0 up after 36 minutes as we speak. We've got another highlight. Danny Redmond into Antonazi. and he's finding a little bit of space. His pass is poor though, and it's cleared away by Bryan. Crichton picks up though, back to Ewan Sport. That's launched forward for nobody in blue. Hilson picked up though. Ferguson. Oh, he does well, really well to hold off two challenges there. Danny Redmond back into White. Taking retained possession off, by the way, so I'm a bit confused at this. Oh, that's a clear penalty. James Jones taking it. I can't remember who my set is, my penalty status taker. I'm going to take a guess that it is James Jones. I'm pretty sure I took him off though because his composure and his finishing wasn't the best. But he had the best penalty stat in the team, so I'm sure he went down to second. But nonetheless, he has tucked it into the back of the net. 3-0 up after 38 minutes. I didn't expect this performance, if I'm really honest with you. This is absolutely brilliant stuff from us. Antianazi into Willinan. It's across, and it's Ross Ferguson, and on the rebound, he tucks it home. 4-0, 41 minutes played. We've not shown up really in any games this season apart from Falkirk, if I'm honest. And this is a monster result. This is the result we needed. You see, we've got a fairly decent attack. It's our defence that's the problem. Although attacking is actually where I'm most worried. I'm very pleased with your performance tonight, although then again 4 goals have been scored in this game, so maybe excuse those goals for a little bit. Wally Dyer to Antianazi, end of highlight. Put Jordan Critchley on the bench. He was just recovering from that injury against Falkirk. He's not quite back yet. I was just like, we're so poor against Queen of the South. Is pretty sure that was a free kick against Iran. His cross was poor anyway. Crichton picks up. He's going to play it back to the goalkeeper. That's the obvious choice there. Lennox brings it out. Launched forward. Cairns. Longridge. Away by Crichton. Willinan intercepts. Nobody responds to it though. Very bizarre circumstances. White eventually does. That's a good ball in. Danny Redmond deciding he doesn't want to challenge in the air. Chickened out of it a bit. Wally Dyer to Jones. White. Ferguson. Antianazi. Redmond. He's beat somebody for pace. I'm not sure how he has beat anyone for pace. Fullback absolutely sleeping. And Danny Redmond in to slot home first time. What a result this will be for us, lads. Absolutely ecstatic as an attacking performance. This has been one of the best under my tenure at any team. So I'm proud to say that. But I don't even want to really make any subs right now. I'm going to make one somewhere. But I don't know. Do you know what? Let's just keep it as it is just now. Nobody's absolutely shattered. Nobody's playing poorly. So we'll give it another 10-15 minutes before we start making subs. It's Hilson. It's launched in. Will we keep our clean sheet? Lennox saves. It's the kind of shot that's been going in against us all season. Why couldn't we have played like this at any other point? Danny Redmond with the free kick. Decides to float it in, but it's come back to him, and you'll be missing a green screen with my reaction there. I went quiet because my head was in my hands, quite literally. Shocking miss from Danny Redmond. Going to start making some subs, or actually going to undo that one because Monty's going to come on for Antianazi, who's knackered, and we don't have any other options there. Oman's going to come for Annan. Omar's going to come on for Annan. I'm not sure which. Go with Annan actually, and Blair, Yule, or Adams for White or Jones. I'm not so sure about. So you know what, we'll bring McGeever on for Crichton, give Crichton a little bit of a rest. McGeever's been wanting to get some game time. I've never given him a chance. Let's bring him in and see what he can do. You know, he should be technically our third choice centre back. And obviously I played some of the younger lads during the cup action, so he's never had that crack in the first team yet. And he's been screaming at me for it. I've been getting him up to match fitness, and he's been working really hard. Redmond plays out the free kick to Dunbar, and acres of space, but his pass back to Redmond is poor. None the matter, it is full time. A monster performance from us just when we needed it. It was such an important game. It's taken us off the bottom of the league as well on goal difference head to head, whichever way you want to look at it. It was such a big win. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the team. I cannot be more proud of my boys for that result. Everyone showed up when we needed it most. As you see, 5 points and 5 points, but we're only at -8 goal difference now. We go to overview and stages. You can see scored 11, conceded 9, 11, obviously 6 of them in that game, 5 of them rather in that game. So that takes us back down to 6, which is kind of where we are in the table. But 19, it's the second worst defence in the league, and the only reason why it isn't the worst is because we kept a clean sheet there while we battered the other team for 6. For 5, keep saying 6, not sure why. Ferguson on form, and Jordan Critchley is returning to match fitness. Great news for us. Nice to see him returning, developing quite nicely as well. You know, he's maybe not quite at this level yet, but he's definitely getting there, and I'm very keen to see how he develops over this season. Anyway, guys, that is going to end this episode. I'll be back next week on Friday, or I'll be back on Friday with next week's game against Forfar, our former club. I promised you as an episode. It is a rivalry for us, but it's also a bit special for us as well. Before I go though, actually, you know what, I'll do it in the next episode. I'll see you then.